the chosen one. Only a handful were chosen for heavenly fortune. You are one of them. This is not a message for the audience. It's not for the masses. This is not a generic broadcast. This is a spiritual transmission intended for the select few who have been identified as predestined. If this message has reached your eyes, and your soul is even slightly vibrating as these words penetrate your heart, it can only mean one thing. You're one of them. One of the few selected by divine design to bear a riches created not by work alone, but by fate's favor, fashioned not by regular methods, but choreographed by the skies. Your life has been reviewed by the divine, and the divine decision has finally been issued. Fortune is coming for you since your name is on it. This film was divinely intended for you. Stay to the conclusion, because what you hear will reawaken something that has been dormant inside you for too long. And leave your best wishes in the comments, along with the number 777. Allow your vibe to be noticed. Allow the cosmos to sense your preparedness. This is not just a message. It is an activation. The instant you listen with your heart, the environment around you begins to shift. Your faith will fuel the flow of favors and heavenly fortune. The much-anticipated release has finally arrived. The chosen one. I like this video. Subscribe if you have not subscribed to the channel. And let's start from the beginning. You are not like the others. Despite your best efforts, you couldn't fit in. You were not meant to. You were born with an unusual DNA. It's invisible to the naked sight, yet it's obvious in the spiritual world. That's why some doors remain shut. Not to punish, but to protect you. That's why you couldn't accept mediocre. Not because you were ungrateful, but because your spirit recalled something greater. You always knew there was more to you than meets the eye. And now you see you were marked. Marked as distinctive. Marked to bear a degree of fortune that will perplex the world, to disrupt patterns that have endured generations, and to stand out not for ego, but for purpose. You were picked to disclose as well as receive. What is going to happen in your life is not something you can conceal. It is for others to observe. Because heavenly fortune does not come gently to those who are marked. It comes in loud. It comes in a magical fashion. And it comes when the world least expects it. You were the one who was passed over, counted out. You felt invisible in settings where you had the greatest authority. You've been silenced when your voice was most needed to speak truth. However, this was purely for training purposes. Every rejection served as a heavenly mask, while others were exalted in public. You were being polished in private. Your fortune was not rejected. It was delayed, so when you step in, it will not be partial. It'll be overpowering, total and complete. It changed my life. The agony you carried. It was not meaningless. It was prepping your vessel. Divine fortune cannot be poured into a shattered vessel. You needed to be sealed. You needed to be healed. You needed to be taught patience. Because heavenly fortune pours. Not only is it desired, but it is also ready. And now you're ready. The divine realm has weighed your journey, inspected your wounds, and recognized your endurance. You did not give up. You did not curse the procedure. You did not quit your journey. As a result, your name has been associated with heavenly riches. This fortune will include more than simply money. There will be movement. It will be bliss that cannot be taken away. Peace. It can't be shaken. Doors that will not shut. Opportunities that find you without your involvement. Resources appear to you with extraordinary speed. This is not a little benefit. This is a generational wealth. You were picked to be a pivotal point. What comes to you will not end with you. It will run through you. Your family history is going to be rewritten as a result of the gifts bestowed upon you. People will question, how did this happen so quickly? They will not realize the years of obedience, the evenings of quiet agony. You continued going without receiving any applause. They did not notice the tears. They did not hear the hushed petitions. But heaven did. And now, heaven is responding. The heavenly world rewards you for persistence rather than perfection. You remain aligned. You remain loyal. You continued to believe, even if your bank account said differently. Your donation provides a source of inspiration and healing for many individuals. You'll start to notice changes, small indicators at first, heavenly interruptions, weird favor, and surprising easiness. Then it will gain speed. Blessings will not deter, bill bursting. Money will not flow down. It will flood. You will not hunt connections. They will chase you. Because once the heavenly signal is delivered indicating that a designated one is ready, the cosmos works quickly to provide. And the skies have already decided. You're ready. That is why you are hearing this now. It's not a coincidence. This is confirmation. Others will strive to comprehend what is happening to you, but they were not present throughout your wilderness. They were not marked. As a result, people will be unable to comprehend your manifestation. That is all right. You were not picked for acceptance. You were picked to be a symbol, a living testament, and a heavenly example of what favor can do when it meets preparation. Your story is going to change radically, and no one, neither your history, your faults, or your adversaries, can prevent what has been divinely allocated to your name. The universe does not follow human timescales. It respects divine alignment. You are no longer waiting for the appropriate moment. You are now living in it. This is the point at which your frequency meets fulfillment. This is the chapter in which everything accelerates the heavenly fortune that was before stalled, stopped, or postponed. It's now going with your name on it, your soul and mind, and your obedience recognized. You are experiencing a miraculous unleashing, and nothing will ever be the same. Allow this message to burn in your soul. Allow it to reverberate so profoundly that your doubts can no longer hide. You were never forgotten. You are being preserved. And now the world will realize why your brilliance cannot be quenched. Your favor cannot be stolen. Your fate cannot be questioned since you were designated, selected, authorized, and predestined. And nothing can alter it. You need to comprehend something important right now. This wonderful fortune did not begin with you. It was stated long before you entered the corporeal world. The marking was spiritual. You were selected in a realm before time, long before you were rejected. You were welcomed long before you faced loss. Your promotion was planned long before anybody said you were unworthy. Heaven referred to you as royalty. That is why you never fully matched what people expected of you. Because your soul was designed for something else, higher and bigger. It is presently unfolding. What is occurring in your life may seem strange. People may describe it as abrupt, but you will know it was miraculous. Tear-soaked seeds are reaping abundant yields. The nights you spent asking why me will now be replaced with days when you exclaim, "Of course I am." When God selects you, nothing else makes sense. You are always destined to bear this grandeur, prosperity, and heavenly favor. It had to wait till you were completely developed. Also, patience, perseverance, and trust. But now the fullness of time has arrived. There are levels to prefer. Most individuals perceive surface-level, fleeting gifts, temporary breakthroughs. However, for the few who are marked, the favor is deeper. It permeates every aspect of existence. It reshapes identity. It restores heritage. It restores purpose. Divine fortune does not just come up to dazzle. It shows up to transform. And that is what is going to happen to you. Transformation begins from the inside out. You will no longer think like a survivor. You will think like an inheritor. You will no longer be carrying the energy of lack. You will bear the vibration of excess. Because when divine fortune arrives, it rewrites everything. You were designated to be a spiritual signal. Something about your path, presence, and perseverance will be utilized to invoke blessings in others. This explains why your trip had to be so severe. This explains why your training was so private. Because your breakthrough has to be constructed on solid foundations. It is not only for a season, but for centuries. Your bloodline will go on via your loyalty. People who haven't met you yet will be moved by what God is doing in your life right now. You are embarking on an identity makeover. You are no longer the one waiting for opportunity. You become the one who makes them. You are no longer the one knocking on doors. Swing open before you reach them. You do not wait to be blessed. You are a godsend. Divine fortune has restored your energy where it was previously depleted. You are now energized where you formerly questioned yourself. Now declare where you previously hesitated. You are now moving with fearlessness. Your whole existence is transitioning into the divine truth of who you were created to be. And this is what makes it so strong. It is now easy. You do not need to struggle, cajole, plead, or prove yourself. Divine fortune works in a flow. You're going to realize that blessings seek out people who bear spiritual assignments. And since you were selected before the world was created, the world cannot reverse it. Even your previous mistakes cannot exclude you from your heavenly heritage. That's how safe your future is. That is how stable your future has become. People around you will begin to alter. Some will be attracted to your brightness. Others will separate themselves without explanation. Don't take this personally. Divine fortune reveals alignment. It attracts the proper individuals while removing the incorrect ones. You don't have to beg for connection. You merely need to maintain your genuineness. Everything that is designed for you will now begin to draw to you like a magnet. Opportunities, income, partnerships, all of it. You're developing a spiritual attraction. Points for plenty. This next stage of your life is more than simply money. It's full of energy. It is spiritual. Your presence will be frequent. Your remarks will have power. Your words will have an effect. Things will alter. When you pray, things move. When you go into a room, the vibe changes. Because heavenly fortune is more than simply what you get. It is something you become. And the world is about to see that in you. No matter how long it seemed that nothing was occurring, divine timing is never late. It may seem delayed to the naked sight, but in spirit, it is just on time. You were never behind. You were aligned. You are being safeguarded from receiving benefits too early. You are being prepared to withstand the weight of what was to come. Now that you're spiritually and emotionally prepared, get ready. The size of the riches that is heading your way is more than you could have ever dreamed. This is not the season. This is a new system, a new way of life, and a new rhythm of manifestation. Your long-held battle identity is no longer yours. You are not a struggler. You are not forgotten. You're not the one pleading for a breakthrough. You are selected. The designated, the one whom heavenly fortune has finally found. You have a unique code, a divine frequency, and every ounce of success that aligns with your identity is being drawn into your life right now. There is no need to explain it to everyone. This kind of height cannot be explained. It can only be experienced. Those who question you will not comprehend how you ascended so quickly. The people that went away won't understand how you've been elevated, but you will know deep down in your spirit. You will feel it because you have been through the trimming. You withstood the stillness. You got through a season in which nothing appeared to work. And now everything is operating at once. Do not shrink. Do not apologize for the favor in your life. Do not dilute your blessings to make others happy. This is not about ego. It's all about purpose. The heavenly fortune in your life is a result of divine choice. And if God answered yes to you, no one would know. You're moving differently now that you're carrying something sacred. Your walk differs. Your words are crisper. Your understanding is deeper. Divine fortune has rendered you unrecognizable to people who only knew the previous version of you. And it is a good thing. What's going to happen is quick. You'll wake up with heavenly instructions. You will feel compelled to take action. Follow the flow. Trust your instincts. The heavenly fortune that has been bestowed to you will need bravery. No more hesitating. No more second-guessing. You already understand who you are. You only needed the world to catch up. Now it will. Each step you take is anointed. Every step you make is doubled. The skies are watching and the cosmos is reacting because you were marked, and the world is about to find out why. It's time to step into what was always yours. For so long, you have carried the energy of waiting. I am waiting for your time. I am waiting for your chance. Waiting for others to eventually recognize your value. However, now that divine fortune has been unleashed, you must adjust your position. You are no longer the one waiting. You're the one walking, entering rooms with power, walking into gaps with clarity, walking into opportunity with authority. Because once someone is designated, they do not wait to be granted access. They discover that the access was designed around them. You are not ascending by chance. You are ascending by divine purpose. Heaven's timelines have been aligned to this exact instant. Your name echoes in spiritual places. Your energy has been matched with satisfaction. And as you progress, you will discover that what formerly fought you now embraces you. The heavenly fortune that is coming to you will not arrive quietly. It will make an announcement about itself. It will come in ways that are evident. This was not your doing. This was your fate. You're not behind. You are not too late. In reality, you are early. Early on, you reached a level that no one expected of you. And this is precisely how the divine operates. While others were recognized for short-term success, you are being groomed for legacy. What is coming to you is not a swift victory. It is a celestial dynasty, a line of favor that not only affects your life, but also alters everything around you. The seeds you sowed in silent trust are now being irrigated by divine hands. There is no more proving to do. There is no more explanation necessary. Divine fortune does not need human approval. It bears its own proof as this favor seems. People will ask you questions not because they are unsure, but because they want to understand. They want to hear how you remained grounded, kept going, and never gave up. And the answer will be easy. I was picked. I did not build this. I accepted it. You were never after success. Success is currently pursuing you. Wealth is pursuing you. Influence is discovering you. Open doors are looking for your feet. Because when heaven approves someone, the earth must reply. This riches is not only a gift, it's a magnificent transmission. You are transforming into a spiritual signal. Your frequency is increasing, and it is bringing everything into place. People you've never met will come out to support you. Resources you never expected will start pouring in your way. And the regulations will feel as if they no longer apply to you, because they do not. You're living under a separate covenant. You will feel magical ease where you previously struggled. Now you can glide where you used to have to plead. You will now obtain what you previously believed was delayed. Your chronology has now been updated, so you will feel accelerated. You are no longer working inside the global system. You are following divine guidance. And that favor is intelligent. It knows where to locate you. It recognizes what belongs to you. It understands how to reproduce once it enters your hands. You won't be able to explain everything. And that's okay. Certain things are not intended to be explained. They are intended to be experienced. This next chapter in your life is an experience. You'll wake up feeling a change in your soul. You will feel the presence of wealth around you. Your thinking will start to alter. You'll stop replaying difficulties and instead imagine possibilities. You'll stop surviving and start flying as the energy surrounding you rises. Your interior environment is overflowing with heavenly expectancy. Don't worry about how. Do not worry about when the. How does heaven do its job? When is now? What's coming will be clear. You will not have to seek solutions. They'll find you. You will not need to knock on doors. They will open before you arrive. This is the period of divine reversal. Everything that attempted to bury you will now benefit you. Everything that attempted to quiet you will now benefit you since you were marked and marked. People do not leave seasons empty. They leave with proof.